Yeah, it was a great opportunity for us as professional athletes to be out there and represent our family and culture. And you know, the buy-in from the AFL over the last couple of years has just grown and grown. And it's you know, I spoke to Nick earlier on in the week, and it's just about creating conversation, and that's the way you grow, I suppose. And Reconciliation Week is a great opportunity for that.
Is that important to you as well, Billy, reconciliation?
Yeah, we've started this year putting the R on the jumpers, and yeah, that helps to, you know, provide just knowing that we have that knowledge of, you know, a lot of people are respecting that we've got reconciliation going on, and it's helping, you know, players that aren't Indigenous to understand and recognise that, you know, this is to support Aboriginal players as well as, you know, them as well, because it's about all of us coming together and, you know, moving on from our past, and, you know, we're all just loving playing footy with each other now, and yeah, like it's just been great.
And the Noongar Nation is incredible with the number of players that's provided. It's arguably the greatest nation in terms of footballers. Would that be a fair comment?
Well, I'm Noongar, so yeah, it's great to say that. Yeah, there's been a lot of Noongars coming in and out of the history of AFL, and even today there's so many playing now. So it's great to have so many of them participating still in the AFL. More questions?
Hilly Western Bulldogs this weekend. You've played for the club before. What are your thoughts going into this week?
Yeah, I love playing against the old boys because there's always a bit of banter on the field and get a bit of lip over the fence from the crowd. But yeah, it's great to be able to go back there and play amongst those older players and older teammates. But I know the boys will look after me today. Hopefully, yeah, JK will give me a few goals here and there, but he's been a bit greedy lately. So yeah, and Sharrod might actually pass the ball to me inside 50. So, yeah, it's great to something to look forward to.
Does that fire you up, Hilly, the comment from the crowd?
Yeah, I sort of turned it into motivation to, you know, like I know that I love playing, you know, for them, but now to be able to go there and, you know, cop a bit of lipping over the fence from them is just something to prove them wrong, you know, and to just be able to motivate me personally on the field, and helps me to play to my strengths and do the small things like chase tackle, and yeah, hopefully be able to tackle some of my old teammates down, and yeah.
The boys reckon there was one goal that you could have actually laid off on the weekend, is that right?
Which one's that, mate? Which one's that?
The one you took a shot and kicked it straight to the opposition.
Oh, I copped a bit from that, but I told him I think from inside 50. I think, you know, look at other players like Lacroix, Kennedy. Are they going to pass it? I don't think so. So yeah, I'm going to have a shot.
You got the win in Adelaide last away game. Is it important to get one in Melbourne?
Yeah, absolutely. We need to get as much momentum throughout the season as possible, and competition's so close this year, and away games have probably been our weak point so far this year, and you know, we will take a lot of confidence from the Port Adelaide game a couple of weeks ago, but Western Bulldogs have been an amazing side so far this year, and so we know we're going to be right up against it, but yeah, we definitely go in with a bit of confidence from the last couple of games.
How's the backline been operating since you've been back? Because I reckon they missed you when you were out. Do you think it's back to where it was last year?
I think it's getting there. It's one of those things that it's probably a little bit difficult to emulate through pre-season the way we like to play as a backline. Just it's pretty fluid kind of game style, I suppose, and so now that the season's well and truly underway, I feel like we're getting into a little bit of the groove, I suppose, and everything's kind of clicking into place. But in saying that, we've always got looking for ways to get better and better, and you know, Eric's improving every week out there, and you know, he's feeling more and more comfortable, but you know, I still think we can get better and better, like I said, which we're looking to do.
What about Lewis? He took a while to adjust to it, didn't he? It is hard coming into a new system when you come from a club that has a completely different system.
Yeah, I remember sitting on the bench yesterday at one stage watching, and he just looked like he had that bounce back, and he was moving. You know, he'd get the ball in the packs and, you know, break free, and that's what we're used to seeing from Jets. And you know, when he does have that turn of pace going, and he's able to put the afterburners on, I suppose. Yeah, it's exciting to watch, and that's definitely what he showed yesterday. And I suppose when you get back and enjoy your football, you get that bounce back, and I think that's what we saw from Jets yesterday.
Josh, do you think yesterday was Eric's best game back?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was. I was down the other end yesterday, but yeah, it was definitely the most comfortable that I think he looked from being on ground. But yeah, I'm sure you're out for 12 months from a game that changes so quickly these days. It's going to take a little while to get back into it, and I think that's starting to happen now. It's really promising.
Apparently the spray from Semo at 3/4 time was one of the best that he's given in his time. Tell us a little bit about
We heard a bit of vision was showed about him getting a bit fired up. So yeah, it just goes to show he's got that passion, and he still misses being out there, and that we're playing for each other, and also the coaching staff. And yeah, he did give us a bit of a spray, but I think we needed that as players to sort of get that boost and leading into the last quarter. And we did sort of go into half-time thinking that we were a bit flat, so we needed to come out in third quarter and do it, but we didn't show that. So yeah, we just had to keep our head switched on, and in the fourth quarter it showed that.
Is it a bit unusual to have like a 77-point win and have your coach still be a bit angry with how you play?
I think it just shows to show that we're reaching for high standards, and that's what Simo expects of us. And if we want to be a good side this year, we've got to not have those lapses. In other games, that could come back and really hurt you. Like I said, with the competition so close, goals can be scored so quickly. If you're only 4 or 5 goals up, they could have been back within a couple of goals. So I think it's just Simo expecting high standards of us, and we need that.
Hilly, you guys have been up and about all year, but haven't taken a top 8 scalp yet. Is that a very tempting thing going into the Western Bulldogs game?
Yeah, well, as we said before, we want to make sure that we're not just winning at home now. Like we've proven that we can win away, so we don't want to make that a one-time thing, and just hopefully we can do that again. We know that Western Bulldogs have been a great team this year, and they're up and about, so we know that they're going to bring their best game on the weekend. So we know that we have to move on and get all the recovery right from yesterday's game. And I know the boys are a bit sore, but we're looking forward to the contest, and it'll show where we're leading up into in the second half of the season.